And we're live. Welcome back to the Geek Squad, where we have created a space where we can talk about all that life has to offer us on and off the mats. Today's episode is about awkward moments. We all have them. We're all going to experience them. They're never going to, it's going to happen. It's going to happen 5 years down the road. It's going to happen tomorrow. It's going to happen. So I historically... by my sister, shout out to my sister, but she called me girl no touchy for the longest time because I didn't like hugs. I wasn't a hugger in high school. I associate it with like the Valley Girl thing. And so, like now you wouldn't know that, right? Mm-hmm. So because it's a very intimate thing and I just wasn't that person, this is an intimate sport, right? Yeah. We are all up in each other's stuff. Yeah. So, like we've talked about our first roles. The first time you're rolling with someone, you're everywhere, all over them. So I think for me, the first role, not to go back to that was my awkward moment. It was like, oh, hello. Like, oh, you're everywhere, all over my body and my face. And, you're constantly thinking about if your breath is bad or, do you have something in your nose? Because you can see up people's noses. And then, we talk a lot during roles as women. I love it. I didn't realize how much we talk during our roles until I rolled with a man, and they were kind of looked at me
quiet.
They were like, "Oh, why are you actually talking to me right now? Shut up."
Yeah.
And I felt that because I'm a good feeler here for people, and I felt that, and I was like, I feel awkward that I'm talking now. That was about it. I don't think that kids have them as much, but certainly they have them. I think out in life, awkward moments are going to happen in life, never mind just in jiu-jitsu. It's how you deal with them. Obviously, kids have different filters than we do. I just saw my kid last night improvise and change her awkward moment to a beautiful moment, which was, God, I couldn't do that. I don't think I'd do that now. But how you deal with them, I'm pretty red. Historically, I'm a red person. So I tend to get really red and have a little bit of a facial twitch that I think the world can see, but nobody can actually see. But I just have to breathe through it. I also was raised in a family that, this is going to sound funny, but we are such smartasses on a day-to-day basis that you don't get embarrassed. You get conditioned to embarrassment real quick. If you knew my brother, man, you are conditioned immediately. So I don't get embarrassed easily, which is a good and a bad thing, like trying to teach your children not to be embarrassed about something as they're growing up, being awkward every day. Girls, boys, it doesn't matter. And I'm like, that doesn't matter. Don't feel that way. It's like someone telling you to calm down. When you're livid. You can't change someone else's awkward moment. I don't think. Sometimes you just have to walk away and let them have a minute. We don't. We get up all in each other's stuff and we're like, here, want to talk about it or do you not want to talk about it? Tell us in your comments. I would love to hear some of your awkward moments. We're not going to talk about all of them because they're that awkward, but, reach out. Let us know. Everybody has them, so don't hold back for sure. So what about you ladies? What do you have on awkward moments here?
I have one that was actually with a kid, and funny enough, it's exactly like you said, the kid had no problem. So I was paired up with this kid to just kind of practice rolling with them, during kids class. And as I'm paired up with the kid, all of a sudden this kid starts farting, right? And I mean, not loud, but definitely smelly. So the first one, I was like, whatever, it doesn't matter, we keep rolling. But then the professor walked by and I was like, oh my gosh, I want professor to think this is me, right? And the kid kept doing it. And it was also, it was a great tactic because I was like, I'm not going near that.
That's great.
So I was for me, super awkward because I was trying to make it super clear it was not me that was ripping during the whole time. As people, adults, parents were nearby, I'm I'm not the one doing this. But the kid didn't care, But again, it's super awkward for me. And I think it's the same. It's just the smells happen and farts happen. Adults and kids, witness both. It's just natural, but we giggle. But same as like when you roll with someone who's stinky and then you stink and you're like making it really clear, like I didn't come in like this. It was somebody else rolled with me and now I smell. And so it's super awkward. You don't want to be the smelly person.
That's so
But
true.
it happens. Sometimes deodorant doesn't last, through 2 classes or something, or kids' classes wears me out. And the next classes, I'm a little smellier, And so it does make it awkward. But luckily, like, I don't know, we have a great bunch and we always like tell each other, I'm so sorry. I might smell a little bit,
Yeah. I'm always like, hey, I might have hung my gi and I haven't worn it in a while. I was like, it smells a little like, it's not bad to you. It's a little funky right
Jamie
here.
was musty the other day.
Yes,
He could smell it, but I couldn't smell it.
There's that deodorant in the bathroom I spray everyone with. I'm like, Jamie, I was like, Jamie, here, just it smells way better now. It smells a little covered up sweat, but it's just a little awkward. It's fun though.
I think sometimes when it happens between us, it's more like, oh, okay, sorry, Natalie. I just, I don't smell very well or anything.
Yeah.
But, with, I don't know, for me, with the guys or someone
Or a
that
new
we
person.
don't know very
Yeah.
well, a new person, it's like, should I say sorry or should I just like whatever,
act
pretend
cool.
that never
I just say
nothing
sorry.
happened?
I like
You say
preemptive. I
sorry?
just like get it out of the way. Like if I feel like I smell a little bit, like especially if when we were doing comp and then going to women's, I'm like, I didn't change my pants because they're stuck to my legs.
Because they won't come off.
So I'm gonna keep these pants on so you don't have to deal with the funk.
Yeah.
Well, the other day, I didn't know if the fun comes from me or from the other person. I was like, is
That's
that
fun.
me?
It's a fun- I like that one.
I was like, oh, okay, just keep up to myself. I don't know.
I will try and forewarn at any time, even if I think I smell a little bit. I'm like, I'm sorry if this smells a little funky and I'm going to be in your face. I'm just letting you know I did wash it. It just smells
You did
weird.
say that to me after a comp class one day, and I was like, it's okay, I love your smell. I was like,
Okay, good.
what did I just say?
It's definitely something for me, the smell. I work in food, and if I don't have time to wash my hair before a class, it's freaking me out. I'm like, I'm going to smell bacon, I'm going to smell chicken. And it's just a stress. It's fine, it's fine. But
we might enjoy that.
Yeah.
that's the thing.
I mean, I
But,
love
like,
bacon.
We get hungry though. It's the only downside.
But it's a back head stress that's smelling or like, being messy or like the ghee or anything. It's
funny you say that because I always think, I don't wash my hair every time after because I don't have time and sometimes I get home super late and,
Same.
and kids and shower and things like that. But I always think, oh, my hair, it smells like that bad. Sometimes I ask my husband, can you smell my hair? I just I want to go today, but I don't want to feel anyone uncomfortable. Like, no, I'm fine.
I always ask me, I'm
never
like,
can.
how is it? And she's, oh, it's fine today. It's like, okay, but usually I have time. But
I think also it's cultural because like the touching the things, because here we are way more apart. We don't hug, we don't touch much. Like when in Brazil is even before the classes, everybody's in everybody's face or like touching and things. So sometimes if happens something during the row, it's kind of whatever. No one says sorry, no one says anything. You just keep going,
It's true, you're
I'm
right.
sure happen a lot, So
Culturally.
maybe.
100%. Sorry to interrupt
You must have thought that we're all a bunch of sociopaths when you walked in and saw everybody standing so far apart, huh?
Yeah.
I'm have been here for 12 years. I'm used to, but I do think sometimes, we say sorry a lot. I see everybody, when we say sorry a lot. But I mean, if I have seen in Brazil also when I was there, I was like, oh, sorry. But it's like, no one said sorry, and they grab.
Yeah, everything.
Parts,
It's grabbed.
everything.
Limbs are everywhere. Everything's everywhere.
Everything's
accidental.
everywhere. You're all up in
Maybe
each
they're
other's
more-
stuff.
Funny enough,
Used to.
saying sorry, you got so used to being in America, I want to say that the first time we rolled, I remember you accidentally touched, my upper body. And I didn't even feel it. But she did. And she was like, I am so sorry. And I was like, dude, I had a mammogram earlier today. I didn't feel a thing of what you did.
You're all good.
So definitely limbs get touched. Everything gets touched, but it's just accidental and there's nothing, wrong with it, but it is awkward. And so that was like you said, rolling one of the first times with me because we didn't really know each other. You felt awkward maybe, but hopefully I didn't. When I said that, I calmed it down. I tend to do that a lot. Really.
I see sometimes we all say sorry for that, but I don't know. Yeah,
It's a part of the sport, though, I think. I think at first, because I said sorry a lot Like I felt like
You're saying less now because you just get used to
because now it's more like I feel like I'm more comfortable obviously with us and we have a great school, so I'm comfortable with everybody there because I'm the type of person where like, and I grew up in a family very much so where we don't really like hug or like we're not super affectionate. So but I am myself, especially when I'm comfortable with people, when I love the people I'm around, I'm very affectionate. Like I'll touch you or I'll just just randomly. It's weird. My daughter does the same thing. But now I don't say sorry as much anymore. I think because of that, but I also think because I know that it's a part of the sport.
It's part of it, yeah.
But we make jokes of it too.
Yeah.
We're like, ha ha.
Yeah, and sometimes I think like for me the awkward moments is like it's more like when I hurt someone because I don't know the move, you know, like the other day, that's when. So Natalie taught me something, and I was like, okay, let me replicate that, and then I was like, oh my gosh, I put my legs, and that hurt.
My knees were gonna pop out basically.
She fell. I don't know. I just knew. Then I was like, oh, you know, and more awkward for me. I don't want to hurt anyone, you know, than touch someone's balls or whatever, you know. Like I think this is more part, but hurt someone.
I know.
I you know, for me it's more awkward. It's like
you're right.
It's more awkward for me on the sense that like, I don't know how to do that, and like why I try that and gonna hurt someone. Then like then the awkward because you touching something.
I can relate to that.
Same thing with us the other day. I think it was Thursday. We were training. We were doing the technique, and I don't know. I did something. I was like, that was really wrong. That was so wrong. I'm sorry. You're looking at me. You're like, that didn't feel right. I was like, it didn't. I was like, that was my bad.
That's okay. Yeah. Like we said.
But that goes like when we don't feel the tap. So that makes me feel so bad because you hurt someone and you're like, tap, 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 tap. And you're like, oh my God, I didn't hear it. And I don't hear well on one side, and if I don't feel the tap and you don't yell,
like when I was tapping myself that day, I was like, Fernando's like, you're tapping yourself, Amanda. I'm like, I can't feel that.
I was tapping, and I was keep pulling, you know. It's uncomfortable because you're like, you don't want to hurt. You don't want to.
But sometimes it happens also. You're so involved on that moment, you know, and then if it's not, I always make sure like tap or say.
I yell it if I can.
Both,
to don't become awkward.
I think that's one thing. I haven't had too much of I'm not going to say an issue, but like I actually haven't had a bunch of nervousness around a tap. Like I've been pretty good about like whenever someone taps or if I tap someone, like usually it's like instant. But like there's maybe been 2 times where I've been super hyper focused, especially with ADHD. You get that hyper focus mode and then it's like tunnel vision. So it's definitely when you tap, make sure you try to tap the floor, tap your person, tap yourself, yell tap if you can, if you have a voice and then a choke in your throat, your throat. But definitely a lot of awkward moments with slapping by accident. I think I was rolling with Julio and I slapped him in the face.
Oh, you need to. Also with your man. Sorry.
And he did not like that.
I was trying to tap.
But he was hilarious.
Yeah.
He's like, it was right there.
If the face is the only thing you can reach to tap, like, I'm sorry.
That's actually on you, man.
Yeah.
You put me there.
Exactly.
That's funny.
Yeah. Another awkward moment. I remember rolling with certain someone, Mikawe, and she had a Tic Tac in her mouth, and we're rolling and everything, and all of a sudden, Tic Tac just like hits me in the face. I am so lucky that it was just like an inch over from my mouth, but she didn't baby bird feed me. So
Like, oh no,
that's gonna happen at some point. You know that's gonna happen. I'm waiting.
Yeah.
That's hilarious. That's why I don't do TikToks.
I know. It's funny that I pop them in my mouth right before getting on the mat because I don't want to have bad breath. Same as we were talking about. I don't want to be the stinky person or have stinky breath. The other day before yoga class, I did the same thing. I popped it in my mouth and I checked my pits and I was like, oh, we're not getting close like that yet. I don't need this Tic Tac. Pew pew, spit it out. It's like save that.
I did learn to stop putting it in my mouth before warm up because I almost choked on one day. This is how I'm going out in the world.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
It's a little bit of a fear for me. I'm like,
And then I don't know who it was that said you can't actually choke on it.
You probably can.
Smaller than your throat.
We decided you probably could. So safely, like let's not.
I'm like, nope, not going out like that. If I can control it, it's not going to be that.
Yeah.
Do you guys think like is more awkward moments with like a girl and a guy, or when you roll with a girl? I'm not talking about us, because us we're pretty comfortable with each other,
Guys.
you know. Like, I mean, I don't really
Guys,
much.
but I think specifically
think it's
new
just
people
different?
that come in and don't know us, like people that visit, like that brown belt that abducted me that day.
Yeah.
That was an
Wow.
awkward moment
So
for me
sorry for
because I was
that.
like, okay, I guess you're taking me. I remember Bernardo was like, partnering up. Yeah, sorry. Bernardo was like, take a white belt, and why he chose me, I don't know, but I had never rolled with a guy, and then that was my first time, and he was a brown belt, and he was really strong, and that was a little awkward being thrown around by a total stranger because I knew you guys.
But
by
if
then,
you was a
and I
brown
was
belt,
comfortable.
a lady, would be the same awkward.
Probably not.
No, probably
Don't you
not
think?
because
No.
my experience rolling with men at that point
Was nil.
Now I'm like,
Yeah.
I'll
was
roll
much
with guys
different.
all the time, but new guys, I'm like, I don't know. Are you gonna
Yeah,
hurt
I saw
me?
that happen. We made eye contact. I'm like, she's cool. And then later on, I was
fine.
like, oh my gosh, that wasn't okay. I probably should have been like, hey, you want to?
No, I'm pretty sure he separated my vertebrae at one point. It was terrible.
Gosh, I know you guys just like,
And I was like, ha, 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 the whole time, because that's what we do. We just make light, make fun. Like, that's the comfort level that I was at so far with you guys. And again, I was talking and he wasn't. So that was
More
also
awkward
the
again.
moment where I was like, okay, I'm just,
stone cold, huh?
can't wait to get off the mats today.
Sometimes I talk to myself.
Yeah, same.
Like during
Walk it
rolls.
through.
Yeah, like I'm like talking to myself.
Yeah.
And like, especially if it's someone I'm not like super comfortable with, or they're somewhat new, or which is rare that even happens. But when it does, or sometimes when I roll with like the guys, I'll just talk to myself a little bit. And then like, I think it throws them off kind of. Maybe it's like a game tactic.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
That is the other experience is that guys, we all talk to each other.
Yeah.
We make fun, like that's, and the first time I rolled with a guy, I was talking. He was like, what
Me too.
are you doing? Shut up. Like,
I feel like I was narrating my
it was
steps
more,
out loud.
I was more awkward that my mouth was open than anything. Cause I was like, I guess no one else is talking here. It's just the two of us.
That's actually one of the reasons I wear a mouth guard. Like a big reason is one, it stops me from talking as much, and I still manage to talk. It's weird, but it stops me from talking as much or cussing as much. And then it also keeps me from mouth breathing. I like mouth breathe a lot, and I didn't realize it until I forget my mouth guard, and someo's like, dude, why are you mouth breathing so much? I'm like,
I do too.
Sorry.
Really?
Yeah, so it helps me breathe better. So I make it a thing to wear it.
I really have to pay
that.
attention on that also.
Yeah, because
I've been getting better because I wasn't for a long time. But you're right, it
Yeah.
does. I
Yeah.
didn't realize that until just now. I breathe a lot through my mouth.
Yeah. And the guys, when I roll, they make a big joke of it, which is cool and funny, but it is awkward. I'm like, damn it, I'm sorry. Just like breathing really heavy.
breather.
Sorry. Yeah,
Where's that Tic Tac?
Yeah, I know, right? I'd rather choke, I guess. On the Tic Tac, just to be clear. Not a rear naked choke or anything. Yeah, so I think part of it with the girls and guys thing, and everyone at our school, we're great about it too. And I think most schools, when you're in the sport long enough, you realize it's just a body part. It's not nothing, sexual.
Yeah, for sure.
But with the girls and the guys, like I think like we know what it feels like if you accidentally touch my upper area, right?
Yeah.
I know what it feels like. It's nothing. Like, keep going, please. Like, it doesn't matter. But we don't know, the guys have like all these body parts that we don't know what it,
Yeah.
so we're like I said, when I roll with a guy sometimes and I like my knee's about to go in that general area, I just blanket, sorry, like, just in case, hey, if anything hits, I'm sorry, like, I'm like, it's your fault you have that stuff there. So
like your problem.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, I roll with a girl, it's fine. Nothing happens there. So I think that's part of it. Like, we don't know, but I'm pretty sure like they feel the same way. Like, boom, it doesn't matter. Keep going unless they're like super hurt, obviously.
Yeah.
But most of them do a great job about it, same as we do. Like, they accidentally touch something, like, keep going, man. Like, we're not stopping,
Hey,
You're not getting me today.
No.
Yeah, very momentaneous, right?
It
you
is.
done, and then
Yes.
done, and you don't say
Except
anything.
for
you don't
one
do anything.
instance,
unless you hold.
I'm going to say we had a younger,
Oh, yeah.
you know who I'm talking about.
Yeah, I do.
We had a younger
Teenager.
He's, like preteen going. He's starting to go through those changes a little bit. And still pretty young, though, like mentally. So I don't think maybe the realization was there. Maybe it wasn't intended. Maybe it was just an accident. But, rolling with him a couple of times or doing, the technique during comp class a few times, I think once or twice together, he kept kind of touched my you know, my boobs. And I was like, that was weird.
it's hard
the
not
first
to
time.
touch them.
Yeah, I know. Mine are big.
Sorry.
So, I mean, I got big boobs. I got big boobs. They're really big. They get in the way of everything. So, like, and half the time I don't even feel it. So, but this time I did. And it wasn't like a second. It was a couple seconds. So I was like, well, that's weird. Maybe it's just whatever.
He got stuck in the moment.
A few a few times we did, and I'm like,
we're like, he needs to learn how to roll with the girls first.
yeah,
before
I'm
he can
like,
roll with
did
them
you?
again.
Did you ask me? And I was like, yeah, did you? And you were like, yeah. And I was like, okay.
Not okay.
All right. Not anymore. Hasn't been.
Yeah, no.
But, you know,
Learned.
a couple of times, you know, just with the teenage boys,
hilarious.
be a little more mindful. But with the girls, I think I need some of you guys, definitely Natalie, some of you guys in the crotch a few times where I'm
snail
like,
trail.
I'm so
but
sorry,
yeah, happen all the
dude. But
time.
we're like,
Yeah.
it's fine. It's whatever.
It's normal, yeah.
The guys, too, I did the same, not the same thing, but similar, like 2 or 3 of the guys. Definitely my man. I've hit quite a few times. He makes sure to tell me. Because he can do that.
Yeah.
But the other ones, I'm like, oh, I'm so sorry. And they're like, you're good, you're good. Like, I've never had someone like keel over yet, thank God. So.
Yeah.
It happened to me too, and the guy I hit it took like a breather. It's fine, and we kept going. But I knew, I was like, oh my God.
It messes with your head a little bit.
And for the rest, I was like,
feel bad.
I only could
toned
think
it
about
down.
my knee going okay, be careful. And it's jamming your head, and you're like, I just hurt him, and he say nothing, but I know I did. And, but it was a.
You can feel their body tense up a little
exactly.
bit, too.
With you, I don't mind. I'm like, we have the same thing, and often,
We're fine with kneeing each other in the
exactly.
crotch.
We
Yeah.
roll, and he's like, oh, it's fine, and we just keep going. But with a guy, and I was wondering, like you said earlier, does the guy, when they roll together, do they think like that, or we're just overthinking it because we're women?
Oh, we overthink.
Oh,
everything.
100% sure we overthink.
But sometimes they do worry. Amanda, I'm pretty sure you have an example of this. You had a roll where you rolled with a guy, and he was like, didn't know where to put his hands.
So,
right?
I totally forgot about that.
Yeah.
It was a flow roll, but it was a very short one. There wasn't too many techniques in it, and it was one of the first ones that I personally had done. And he physically wouldn't touch me. He was like ghost rolling. It was the weirdest thing.
It's
and
incredible ab workout for him.
I just started high-fiving him. I'm like, this is freaking weird, but let's do it.
He's like, what do I do with my hands?
Yeah, I know. And I was like, okay,
But that kind of
sweating and
happened
I'm
when
doing
we
nothing.
went to
the other school.
To the other school, I did all the exercise with the same person. He was really cool, but I can see until the instructor told him, no, you just go, he was very tall. He was like, he was long and tall, and
I remember who you were.
Yeah, do you remember
And young.
that?
Yeah.
But he was like not even. I was like, dude, and I got his hand and I put on me, not on my boobs, of course, but I put, you can touch me.
Lucky day.
You can touch. It's like. He didn't say anything. He was young also. He was always smiling, whatever. He was cute. But hey, you touch my. If you don't touch it, I cannot do it. Because I think they were not used to
Rolling with women.
rolling with women.
Yeah.
And it was awkward for him.
Yeah.
But I was like, oh, okay, this is normal. Just touch me. Touch here. You just can grab everywhere.
Yeah.
I just brought him
And then,
towards me because
okay.
he did the same thing to me.
He
He was
did
very
that?
gentle. He was so respectful.
Yeah.
Yeah,
really
very
nice.
respectful.
And I was to the point where I was like, you can fight me back,
Yeah.
I'm a lot tougher than I think you think I am. I was like, so then I got him in close guard, and then I pulled him towards me with my legs. I was like, please use your strength because I'm going to.
Yeah.
So you should. And then
Yeah.
he did, and he's but still very, very nice, very respectful. But I think a little scared. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess
Yeah.
if you don't train with,
They
it's
also
like you
worry
don't.
about how to do it.
Yeah.
I think so. I've seen recently, I have noticed that some of the white belt gentlemen that are coming in, they, when Bernardo, professor, introduces them and they have a moment where it's their moment to, be introduced. And then when they're first doing warm-ups, looking around, they are having awkward moments. They don't know what we're doing. And then they just get over it so much faster because in 20 minutes I see them sweating
They're
and laughing
fine.
and
Yeah.
they're fine.
Yeah.
But we didn't get over it that fast.
No, doing the warm up the first few times, I was like, I probably look like a seal.
Everyone gets worried during hipscapes. No one goes in there knowing how to do a hipscape. You know, like everyone's shrimping, hipscaping. Everyone's like, what am I doing?
Yeah. I'm just now flowing with that. I'm like, this is so much easier now. 2 years later.
Yeah.
2 years later.
But
Yeah, I just always hope that no one's looking at me. And no one is.
no one is. They're
But
too
you
worried
think
about
everybody
themselves.
is. You're like, everybody can see that I suck right now.
We had a seminar last year, about a year ago. I can't remember which one, but I was escaping, and professor's friend was there to do the seminar. Came to me, he's like, "That's how you do it." I was like, "Oh my gosh!" Like I've been doing this for like months now, and I'm not doing it. And then I learned how to do it properly. But I was like, "Okay, now I know how to do it." So now I know. Like I don't think about nobody's looking at me to do it properly, but. It was.
We're all doing it wrong.
I was like, this
No one's corrected us because they're not watching.
alone. So I'm like, well, now I should. Now I don't care. But at that moment, I was like, oh my god, this is so weird. And like he came, was like, do this and said protect. Like I was like, okay, I'll do this. And now I know, and I feel better.
Go look at someone else now, please.
Yeah, go watch it.
Exactly.
Look how Amanda's doing it. She's doing it wrong too. Go bug her.
But the good thing is now I know, and it was awkward for me for
Yeah.
a minute, but.
Did it.
One thing also to, don't happen so much in our gym, but I think it's important to talk, to don't become like more awkward. There's few things that's basic, like shower before you go, make sure you smell, tie your hair.
Yeah.
Tie your hair. You don't want a hair.
Yeah.
Especially us.
Guilty. Totally guilty.
Brush your teeth, make sure you just smell. I know happens, maybe
Yeah.
you did the need before or
Yeah.
something, but we have Tic Tacs over there.
Always.
Always. Natalie always have.
Always there.
I think
Yep.
basic things you can do and doesn't, it's not become more awkward.
Yeah.
Baby
Also.
powder your feet.
Yeah.
Like you said, etiquette.
Yeah.
Etiquette.
Spray that extra deodorant on.
I didn't say
We
the
have
word
stuff in the
because I
bathroom.
don't know how to say the word, so you can say
Yeah.
it to me.
Etiquette. Proper etiquette.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hygiene, yeah.
I don't know, maybe other things, but it's important, you
Yeah.
know?
It is.
For
That is
sure.
a part of
It make-
jiu-jitsu.
yeah.
A part of it is I'm still listening to this audiobook, and it's about jiu-jitsu and, the lineage and the history. And a big part of it actually is when you start is your hygiene and having proper etiquette before you step on the mat. It shows
Yeah.
respect for not just
Yes.
the mat,
Absolutely.
the professor, but
Exactly.
your partner.
Yeah.
You know?
It's respect, don't,
Consideration.
the other one's going to be
Wash your
close to you.
gi every time, please.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
that's
always-
a very
I never
good
wear
one.
gi
Oh my
twice,
Yes.
ever, without
Wash
washing
your gi every time, your hash guard, whatever you use.
You don't
on
think
there.
it smells, but it
Yeah.
smells.
Yes.
And then
you
no
have
one wants to work with you.
No.
If you intend, like if you don't make an effort, I feel like it makes a difference.
Yeah.
If you're making an effort and then once in a while you smell, like
Yeah.
okay, but
Yeah,
if you come in
I'm
there,
sure everybody
a lot,
smells
and-
once in a while,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, the gi, the other day, my gi, I thought it was dry. It was not dry. I was like, oh, this is not
happens.
dry.
Yeah.
And then, and then sometimes gets because I didn't dry all the way and was hanging in the house, and it happens. But
Yeah.
when all the time, then it's just like it's
kind of like,
Yeah.
Something's wrong.
yeah.
yeah, you don't want to be that person. No.
Don't
You got to
be the
get that
smelly
smell
kid.
out of the
No,
gi.
you don't want to be the smelly kid in school or in our
not
jiu-jitsu school. Yeah.
But we're here for you. We have the Tic Tacs.
Yeah. Now you know the advice. Like,
Yeah.
So anyone else?
No, I think I'm good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Me too.
So I
Comment.
For now.
Definitely comment.
Yeah.
Let us know what
Yeah.
your awkward
Yes.
moments are.
What was
Yeah.
it? Please.
We have to know.
Even if you're anonymous,
Share.
we just want to
Yeah.
have a little bit of a laugh.
Yeah. Maybe we'll share it next time we talk about it.
Yes, absolutely.
yeah, we can share. So that's it for today. I hope you enjoy our podcast, and if you enjoy, please share with your teammates, your training partners, your friends, your family, and follow us at Gi Squad Podcast, YouTube, Instagram, and Spotify. So we finished today with a quote, which I don't know if it's a quote it comes from his book. It's from Hickson Grace. Get comfortable being uncomfortable.
Yeah. That's
Yep.
spot
Yeah,
on.
I think it was from his book. I'm not sure if it was.
I think you're
That's
right.
Is that correct?
Yeah, I think so.
So
Yep.
Yes.
Awesome.
Awesome.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Bye.
bye.
Os.